they should have some opportunities because Luby was an absolute monster.
At the start of the season, the 3 best teams in the West were generally accepted to be, what? Arizona, North Texas, Oregon. We will only have one of those teams. With LSU, kind of on the outside looking in of that top 3, we're only going to have one of those teams in the national championship. Now that all is said and done, LSU will be one of them, as will UT Dallas. We're underway in our grand finals, and Dalton comes down to swat one away, and the first effort for LSU goes by the wayside.
Yeah, a little bit of ping pong early on. LSU kind of just testing UT Dallas, and that bodes well, I think, for the Tigers if they're able to... Oh, no, Luby. That's going to bode even better for the Tigers here. Luby rotating back, trying to rotate into the goal, and I think he was expecting Bromby to go up the wall there, or towards the backboard, and instead, he just put that straight into the lower corner and couldn't make the adjustment.
And that wall just came out of nowhere. Surprised him. Low tech. Looking for more. Ron B taken out by Dalton. Opportunity now for the Comets. Ghost, who did struggle during that series. Oh, great first touch by Luby, and he gets over T-Bates, which is real interesting by itself. Low tech off of Ghost and in.
This one, you really got to take a second look to really figure out how it happened. I mean, yes, there's the clean challenge in the midfield, but this is right at 2 people. You got to pull that one out.
Well, I will give you the reminder, right? Game 1 of LSU's last series, they won convincingly. And then it turned into one of the most exciting series we had all season. Game 1 of UT Dallas last series, they got absolutely smoked and came back to win and won convincingly. Led by this man, Luby, who's forcing one through Braun B, but T-Bates gets the clear. That battle between T-Bates and Luby achieves, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And I think you correctly called out, someone like Lotek's going to take over because it's going to come down to the supporting cast as Luby and T-Bates kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah, because you already know that there are 2 players that really like to exert a lot of presence on the field. Dalton, chance to put one away, and look at him freeze Braun B on the goal line. Dalton really taking advantage of this little gap in space that he had. Braun B got a little bit scared there that maybe that shot was going to go behind him, so he hit the brakes, and that left a little window in the middle of the net. Great shooting there.
In the RLCS, that shot usually does go behind you. Here, it could go anywhere, and it went right over top. Here's Dalton, up against T-Bates. That supporting cast for UT Dallas combines to pinch this ball downfield. Dalton kept it alive. Ghost thought about it, and instead he is looking for any boost at all and not finding much on his way back. It's a chance for LSU, but low tech's denied by Dalton. T-Bates forced it through, got by another, but it's just going to roll wide.
You do all the hard work there, but then you find you're really not in the place to be able to score the ball. Low Tech wins a huge challenge in the midfield. Dalton is in time to tip it to safety. And UT Dallas really needing to work their way around that midfield aggression from LSU. And it's all about, can you find your teammates? Dumped off to Luby and cleared aside by Braun B.
LSU's lead has shrunk just a tiny bit. Now down to 1 goal. Braun B looking to get it right back. This will kick right out to Low Tech. Indirect for himself. Left it for T-Bates. And the shot still blocked away. Oh, that's a big miss by Dalton, though. Could be trouble. T-Bates taken off the field. And it will be Dalton back in the play to try and set up Luby, and T-Bates respawns and respawns.
And that ball chasing potential of T-Bates is really what makes him such a great asset to this LSU team. Really doesn't matter what situation he finds himself in. You can bet that if he touches the ball, he's looking for the way to get the next one and try and make it count. Doesn't always work out, but that is a skill set that is valuable in and of itself, just knowing that you have someone who can consistently apply pressure to the opposition.
Oh, Ghost. He tried to jump right where that wall curves and just watched his jump do absolutely nothing. It happens to everybody. Low Tech, double on the way. Bang, bang!
Ooh. Nice job picking apart the defense here from Low Tech. Dalton doesn't get the strongest clear, but it's the perfect read from Low-Tech as he heads up that wall. Granted, he would have liked to place it a little better, but still the bouncer's enough to get it done. And that's just excellent defense at the midfield line from Low-Tech, and the ability to stick close to the ball nets him the opportunity to shoot and score.
Well, we were talking about the supporting cast as Dalton and T-Bates take each other off the field. And for Braun B, a goal. Low-Tech, 2 goals. Here's the guy, as you said, to keep an eye on, and, well, he has been worthy of that attention. Meanwhile, it's only a goal for Dalton. Luby trying to get one back for Dallas. Doesn't work out. Ghost will keep this alive. He'll steal the boost out of the corner, but T-Bates got a prize a little more important. The ball out to Low-Tech, and his shot is off the crossbar.
You need something. You got to make sure that you're winning the races to the ball in the midfield if you're UT Dallas. No more time to waste here in game 1. Dalton, I think he was looking for Luby, but don't think that was really well coordinated. Not sure if they could put that one together. Chance, but Low-Tech so quick to, again, take away a decent-looking setup.
Time running out on Dallas in game 1 as Braun B will center. And the ball is way too far away from the LSU net for Dallas to even have a chance. Not even at a kickoff goal to tie. As time will wind down, LSU takes game number 1, or rather game number 2 officially, and they are 2 wins away from ending tonight's tournament.
Good start. Good start for LSU, and that really helps also when you're in the upper bracket, as you said. Technically game 2, first of the series to be played. That winner bracket advantage paying real dividends here, and that really puts the squeeze on UT Dallas, especially because you have to make such a big adjustment to how you were playing this series. You know, what worked against Missouri S&T is certainly not going to work against LSU because they're just 2 different teams with 2 completely opposite approaches. Missouri S&T is always very well coordinated, and it's that consistency and the follow-up, if not the most mechanical approach. It's the wear you down, death by 1,000 cuts. LSU is, we're going to go for the knockout punch, the big hit every time we can, and see if we can make it happen.
Important for Dalton and Ghost to put forth an effort that will command a little respect out of LSU, because you can tell they kind of sit up a little straighter in their chairs when Luby's on the ball. That pinballs around, and Dalton will get the opening goal. He's got all the scoring so far for Dallas.
That's a great recovery from Dalton. Did you see him jump for that ball and then instantly pop off the wall? He's able to do that because he holds power slide as he lands. That way he has no friction on the wheels, so he doesn't spin out, and that lets him instantly hop off the wall. That was actually sick.
Well, what else does he have in store? He's giving the ball away, but Low-Tech didn't do much with it, so now Luby downfield for Ghost. Especially with a lot less pressure on this series, I wonder if Luby would take it as an opportunity maybe to try and set up Dalton and especially Ghost with more opportunities. Like, hey, come get your turn on offense now. So Luby pounds one away. Dalton is up for it, just wide of the mark, and Braun B will get credit officially for a save.
And UT Dallas definitely doing a pretty solid job in this game at the start, finding each other out of their own half. Definitely looking for the opportunities to get a pass off and work through that midfield line. That's the only way you're going to be able to spread out LSU and maybe catch them in a one-on-one or a two-on-one if you get lucky.
Luby quickly over Braun B. And then he got a piece of that ball off of Low-Tech. There is Ghost with a drive. And Braun B made the save. Oh, good touch from Ghost again to set up Luby. This is a lot better out of UT Dallas here in Game 3. But it is going to be LSU clearing the zone, trying to get set up on offense. 90 seconds gone by, looking for an early equalizer. Low-Tech up to the skies, and Luby's there to shut him down.
Oh, but you knew T-Bates was looking for Braun B there. It was just, could you keep it low enough? And Ghost catches Low-Tech thinking he has time for boost. He really did think as he rotates out here, he goes, yeah, we'll be okay. Oh, no. You hate to see it.
Yeah, T-Bates got demolished across the field, and that might have a lot to do with why the barn door was open behind everybody. 2-0 to UT Dallas. Trying to make a series out of it, but LSU has other plans.
You can bet the defense here from UT Dallas had no idea Bromby was up for that ball till it was too late. Dalton.
Yep.
That one just got right over his head, watches it go over the shoulder off the backboard, takes ball cam off to recenter, throws it back on, and oh, look who's there. Bromby.
Good outlet from Low Tech over top of Ghost as well. It is only Luby at the back, but well, that's all Dallas needs at the back. He makes the stop, try to carry this through. Downfield on target, but easily set away. Waiting for another opening. LSU. They are lurking. Starting to get comfortable in the zone. And there's T-Bates adding his first goal of the series.
You said it, Stacks. Waiting for an opening, and they get gifted one. Dalton mistimes the clear. Luby, you can't save a well-placed shot like that from T-Bates all the way to the back post, especially when you're thinking the ball's about to get punched up to the midfield line.
So after all the hard work that Ghost and Dalton put into giving Dallas this 2-goal lead, it has all been reset. And now we go into the second half of Game 3. Oh, and maybe more to come. Luby's got to get on his horse, and he does. He got the ball, the demo, and boost. Nobody ever gets the trifecta and make it look that easy.
Yeah, that's Dalton, the triple crown of scramble.
Oh, and then he goes over the top, and that's going to kill off the attack. Oh, that's brutal.
It'll kill off the attack, but not for long. Dalton actually was able to steal that corner boost, and look at him almost turn in a stunner. T-Bates finds a clear. Luby can't find the redirect, and okay, now it's over for Dallas, surely.
Oh, Dalton almost made the contact he was looking for. Bromby taken off the field. That's not going to slow T-Bates down at all, but that challenge from Luby will. I didn't really slow down T-Bates. It slowed down the ball, which is even more important. Ghost had his pocket picked by Bromby. He'll try to center, but nobody's there, and Luby will pound it away. Oh, nobody went up for this, and T-Bates got there a mile ahead of anybody else. Ghost can still get onto this ball, though. Luby coming on as well. It just ricochets off of everyone. Dalton's going to have a look, and that's a little dangerous, because I don't know if Luby was going to be able to get back in time, but it doesn't matter. LSU couldn't break out of the zone quickly, and so it remains 2-2 into the final minute.
And here's where you really got to be careful if you're LSU. You know you want to play aggressive and put the pressure on them, but you can't afford to be reckless, because UT Dallas has really been starting to string together a couple of nice setups when they get the ball over on offense, like this one just out of reach of Luby Bromby to delay. And here's where you really got to make sure you don't make a mistake if you're the Tigers.
Maybe they just did. They gave the ball to Luby. Flip reset, didn't quite get to use it. And now Dalton, he'll stay with this. He was thinking about turning away, but Ghost was a little too far back. Down to 30 seconds left. This has been real difficult for LSU coming down the stretch.
Ooh.
But now T-Bates going to come away with this. Boy, if they score after all of that, yikes. But it remains 2-2 with only 15 seconds left.
Ooh, look at Ghost. He's on it in the midfield. Oh, Dalton gets caught. Oh, my gosh, what a recovery. He was so dead if that ball bounced.
Well, looks like we're headed. Well, hold on. Hold on. Bromby in front. Set it up on a platter for T-Bates, but Dalton got there for the block.
Yeah.
And now we'll go to overtime. Boy, we almost cursed it. We go to OT in Game 3.
Could feel something coming. LSU, always keep you on your toes, never count them out. And what you're really looking for out of the Tigers here in this game is, one, to make that clear, two, to make it back for number two. They can't do it. Dalton is able to score 12 seconds after the OT starts.
This is real rough, I think, for T-Bates. He's just desperately trying to get to it. He was so close. But Dalton from Luby, that's all it takes. UT Dallas get one on the board here in our grand finals. It's a long road back coming back against LSU.
And they looked good doing it. Biggest key for UT Dallas, consistently able to find the passes to their teammates lurking on the sidewalls when they were transitioning out of their half. So critical to be able to do that and come up with the big touches when you need them. And the important thing is they didn't lose possession immediately after clearing the ball, consistently able to push LSU back on their own half. and make effective use of the boost that they had to control the midfield for significant portions of time in that second game.
All throughout the season with these Texas teams, I was constantly talking about Dalton and Adverse Meteor, two players that had the opportunity tonight to finally shine under the spotlight. Dalton still running with it for the Comets, but it's LSU with all the pressure early on in Game 4.
Oh, T-Bates, what do you do?
Oh, I don't think he got the reset, and Luby was all over it.
There it is. It's that attempt at the haymaker. They will go for the flip reset with an air dribble pop if you let them. Luby is scrambling as LSU just looking for any sign of weakness, and it's all about poise on defense for UT Dallas. Even still, trying to pass the ball back into the middle, leaves Luby in a bad spot, still makes the save after dodging the demo. And the Comets working out of another jam.
I think Dallas got a little lucky, and that almost finds its way into the net. Demolitions left and right. T-Bates still comes away, and he absolutely drops a sledgehammer on the Comets.
100% gonna tear down the wall here if he could. Thankfully, able to bounce back to him, and boy, did he smash that straight down into the floor. You are right, that's a jackknife. No saving that one.
LSU makes a statement after almost getting scored on multiple times by UT Dallas, and then an absolute whiff on the LSU end means Dalton gets to add another to his tally.
Low tech, not a bad approach, to be honest. He tries to win the race for that ball, and that puts him in a tight spot. You got to make the right read. His takeoff is actually pretty good, but he just doesn't have the perfect angle, and so ends up undershooting it. Dalton plays the ball in case of the whiff and got rewarded.
So now Braun B trying to get over Dalton. He will, but that's good defense out of Ghost. Now low tech. He can score from here, but little off the mark. Braun B's got T-Bates waiting. T-Bates thrust into action, but this goes all the way across to nobody in particular off that challenge. Dalton almost got a piece of that and wouldn't have been able to do a whole lot with it, but it would have looked cool. This might also look cool. Dalton right towards the target, and Low Tech makes the initial save, but the pressure's still on from the Comets.
A lot of space to work with consistently for the Comets in the midfield. Really not trying to race to the ball, and I think that's kind of because LSU's approach on that defensive side of theirs is get rid of it. It's not really we're trying to put it to a spot. We're just getting it away from imminent danger. And UT Dallas more than content to let LSU just bring him the ball like that.
1-1 coming up on halftime. T-Bates will have another way downfield deep into the Comets end. Took out Dalton. Luby is there as he called off Ghost. Ghost did get nudged a little bit. He may be in a real tough spot if LSU could get this in front, but Braun B could not hit T-Bates, and you could tell T-Bates was coming on like a hockey player, just tapping his stick on the ice like, you got me, you got me. Pass never got there.
Not done yet, though. Low Tech has a clean touch on this. If he finds a bump, it doesn't need two. T-Bates, that's two in this game. Granted, both very tough with defenders in his way that he's tried to squeeze under the crossbar. Wants a third chance at it. This one doesn't need the help. Decides the ceiling will do it for him. 2-1 Tigers.
Yes, Demolition, Low Tech got the man on the ground. There usually is somebody down low waiting for that ball to come down just in case the shot doesn't actually find the mark. And the problem is, once you're a spectator, you got that ball cam on, you can't see the guy coming in right after you. That's what happened there at LSU. In front, in Game 4, trying to get on match point to put this away, but that almost a real timely demo. Almost allowed the ball to skip through.
It would have been a big runaway goal, and that's a critical time waster. This means LSU has, oh my gosh, make it, what? Okay. Oh my goodness, LSU, you're really just trying as hard as you can to make it as difficult as possible. T-Bates has to dodge a demo and the save. Really felt like they could have put this one away a couple of times here now.
Wow. All right. Boy, they got to be thanking their lucky stars that didn't happen against S&T. Talking about LSU, because they had very little margin for error throughout that entire series. Low Tech got one in front here, and Luby would just take possession and slow everything down for his teammates. This is still awkward, though. Dalton's not going to get there. Ghost has to. And now Dalton may still be called into action. And he is, as he'll dribble away. Looking for Luby. It got through, but Braun B's right there. And that forces Ghost all the way back.
Man, you got to give a lot of credit to Ghost on the UT Dallas side. He's kind of been boxed into that make sure nothing goes too horribly wrong role on the defensive side of things, and he's been doing a great job of it. Haven't had the opportunity to say his name too often, but he's definitely been an unsung defensive hero for him so far. But right now they need goals, and Braun B is going to make sure that it is even harder.
Yeah, they need goals, and, well, this is not the goal they needed. Braun B, just a quick read, and sometimes there are players for whom the game just seems to move in slow motion. Braun B has proved to be one of them throughout the entire Western Conference season. He may have just put this game away, but don't count him out yet. Luby with a drive, stopped by T-Bates. Ghost staying way back. I think he was kind of weighing his options and didn't have a whole lot of time to do that. Luby now going into overdrive here with 20 seconds left, trying to get Dallas back in it. And he's been very quiet. It's been Dalton who's had to kind of take over for the Comets.
Yeah, like we said, Luby's really just in the try and put the pressure on him when it's there. Dalton has to work on a razor-thin margin. Don't think they've got the time to operate on, and indeed, that last challenge going to kill the clock. And Luby quiet in terms of offensive output, sure, but still running the top of the table. That's how much presence he's got on the map. I think he's only got 2 saves and 1 shot. The rest is all clears, centers, touches on the ball. Luby's all over the place. Don't get it twisted.
Well, he needs to get some into the LSU net, which has proved to be incredibly difficult. He's the only player in this series who hasn't scored, and I think that tells you a little bit more about how much LSU is paying attention to him. Because they are, anytime Luby starts to get anything going, I'm sure T-Bates is on columns like, no, anybody but him. Anybody but him. And his teammates respond.
And that's also the product of how LSU like to play Rocket League. They are so aggressive. They're unwilling to give you space to let you set up a dribble. They're fine to punt the ball away out of their own half and let you come at them again on defense. But the last thing LSU likes to do is say, yeah, you can have a dribble, you can have an air dribble uncontested. And that's why it's been so tough for Luby to get anything other than, oh my gosh. Okay, thank you, Braun B, for putting that one away. I was going to be so sad. I mean, Low-Tech just wins the ball, and to be fair, you can't blame Ghost. Looks like he thought that ball was going to be in off the crossbar, and it just tinged right under his car.
Yeah, LSU have had a few of those near misses where it's like, uh-oh. But they do eventually score. And it only comes, 13 seconds into game number 5. Closeout opportunity for the Tigers, and that's going to go off to the corner, off of Low-Tech, but not out of the zone, and certainly not out of harm's way. LSU has no desire to make a game of this, and all right, we'll try this again. It's Dalton locked up again, this time with Low-Tech.
Okay. You know.
I don't think Dalton's even. I don't think Dalton is even holding down the gas. I think he's just letting Low-Tech push him.
But either way, I don't know about this. This is a dicey one at best. T-Bates and Braun B are a scary duo, no questions asked. T-Bates with extra space is a dangerous gift to give, I think, and don't get it wrong, Luby and Ghost are great. I just don't think they quite have the mechanics to outclass T-Bates and Braun B here.
Well, no, what you have to do is now Ghost has to go get T-Bates.
Yeah, there you go. Just in a 1v1.
Yeah, 1v1 between Luby and Braun B. They don't like their chances as Dalton's starting to push back a little bit. Meanwhile, ball's in front and Ghost has to clear it out of the way. I like that Dalton's kind of pushing back now. All right. 8 boosts in a dream. Meanwhile, down on the other side, Luby's shot blocked away by Braun B. And I like how actually just like focusing on Dalton's car still gives you a good view of the whole field.
It really does. You can see everything developing out in front of him. And right now, that is T-Bates trying to get the air dribble started, and it goes to speed. He knows don't let him get anything started. Luby doing his best to keep the ball close here on this transition. Fakes out one. He's been having a kind of stutter step dribble pattern. The past couple of times you've seen him pick up the ball, and it's been working pretty good against LSU, but there's the long clear. T-Bates just needs to pop this off the corner, and perhaps Bron B's going to be there for it. Oh, and he double taps it into the wall.
That's a great job by Ghost, at least slowing down T-Bates and not giving him the freebie, and T-Bates misses there. Everybody getting dangerously close to breaking up our little side game. Now T-Bates going to put an end to it as he gives LSU a 2-goal lead.
Look at Bron B kiss this ball one more time right here off the ceiling. Straight onto a plate for T-Bates, you know. Go rip that one on target anywhere you like. See if you make it. And T-Bates didn't disappoint him.
And that may be the straw that breaks the camel's back, and it may be the one that puts LSU in the #1 spot from the CRL Western Wildcard. Now Bron B up the ladder with low text, shading him. He's not going to need him. Bron B delivers again.
Bron B, the man is flexing so hard. Luby, to be honest, he actually had a perfect approach on that challenge. Bron B has to make the adjustment to hit that ball off the ceiling and get it over him and still find the double tap off the backboard.
Oh, this gets by Bron B. It's a chance for Luby, who again has not scored in this series. Dalton to pop one, and he put it high and wide. Oh, well, if they didn't score there, I don't know when they're going to.
Gosh.
Oh, here? Nope, never mind.
That's the ones where you feel like, yes, give us hope if you're a Comets fan, and then it doesn't go in, and it's like, what is going on?
Well, Dalton beaten out there, so it's Ghost called into action again. They're just going through the motions right now, LSU. If they can add one more, sure, they'd love to have it. But now it's a breakaway opportunity after one demo. T-Bates evaded Dalton, and Luby could not score.
Yeah.
And every time it looks like Dallas is going to get on the board, something catastrophic happens, and Luby couldn't get to that. And boy, that's just one after another for the Comets. At least it happened here and not in their previous series.
True. Time, frankly, their biggest enemy now, and they're really going to try and stretch themselves. Well, there you go. They were going to try and stretch themselves thin, and Ghost decides now's a time as good as any to just dive at any ball that might make it into the middle. T-Bates is slow, to be honest. Really does not give enough respect to how aggressive Dallas are going to be in that situation. He gets the ball put right over his shoulder.
So you're saying there's a chance.
A small one.
Very small. Bron B right over Luby. Dalton patiently waiting. Nobody else is downfield, and they can't afford to be. Luby and Ghost actually kind of ran into each other a little bit. And T-Bates will just stuff it right back into the Comets zone. Down to 30 seconds. Dalton calls off Ghost. He'll throw it downfield to nobody in particular, and to no surprise, it's coming right back in. T-Bates looking for the finishing touches. Didn't get there. May not matter.
Oh, he's going to keep away.
Yeah, he is. We saw T-Bates earlier just take a knee with a ball, sitting in the LSU end with time winding down, not taking any chances. They don't need to worry about it now. Ghost needs that to get by low tech. They needed divine intervention. It ain't gonna happen. T-Bates almost added one for the road, but LSU will go to the national championship, the #1 team out of the CRL Wildcard, and Luby and the UT Dallas Comets will join them.
They will turn in the Gopher goal. Not gonna mean much, however, and the bracket reset makes LSU's grand final victory just a little bit easier here, only dropping one over to the guys on the Comets roster. They looked good, the Comets, in those early games. To be honest, I liked their approach when they won because they were able to find each other out of the midfield. LSU makes the adjustment and starts cutting off a lot more of those transition plays and starting to jam the ball up against the wall and, frankly, get into the race style of, we're just up here in the air fighting for the possession, and that's going to favor LSU all the time because they're the speed kings in this one, and that favors them, and they want it playing their game.
At any other stage in the tournament, you might wonder about whether or not there'd be any salt or excess intensity from any of these players. No, you know what? I think there's all a little bit of wholesomeness and a little bit of respect forged through just competing against each other all throughout the 2020 calendar year, and especially here in the fall. These two teams are into the CRL National Championship. And to talk about it all and bring us home, we welcome back. Is he the leader yet? Did he take it back from Corelli, or is it the first loser FDOT?
I don't know. That's actually a great question.